put out a tweet on Twitter real quick. All right. Now that we're up and live and ready to roll, I think I can do this thing called an intro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 11th episode of the Gamer Zone podcast. This week's episode is Delayed, Cancelled, Remastered, Re-Release, X2 Reload. Welcome to the show, everybody. As you can guess, tonight includes news about delays, cancellations, remasters, and re-releases. As for the X2 Reload, I don't think we have anything related to that.
It's just double points and then max ammo.
Yeah, that's what
Double
that's
points
there for.
max ammo.
And that's the type of thing that we need in this day and age. Double points.
And max ammo.
Yeah. Anyways, ladies, gents, whoever else is out there, my name is Andrew Bennett. You can follow me on Twitter at BennettBlogs if you're insane. Or you can keep listening to the show. We also happen to have here tonight, we have Jordan, Dylan, and Ming. I am doing this intro on the spot. That was the thing that I forgot prior to recording.
Well, I mean, at least you rhymed there for a second.
For a second, at least.
Yeah. That's somewhat made up for it. So,
Yeah, so how are you folks doing on this fine, beautiful night?
trying to survive, to be honest. That's basically all I've been doing.
I mean,
Anyone can really do.
Isn't that day-to-day life, though?
Yeah. Just gaming.
Isn't that all anyone can do, though?
I mean, yeah, you can't leave your house.
Depending on what job you got, some people are still working. Like,
I'm raising my hand.
yeah, same.
Oh, man, yeah. I am now an essential employee, meaning that it is perfectly fine for me to eat pizza for 20 minutes and get paid for that.
I mean, nice.
Ugh.
While we're on this topic,
Andy,
go ahead, me.
my mic is.
Yeah, your mic's cutting tonight. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Well, once you get that fixed, I just want to say this real fast, Andy. Well, there goes my train of thought.
Episode 11 of the Gamer Zone, Delayed, Cancelled, Remastered, Re-Release, X2 Reload, is off to a phenomenal start tonight.
Everyone's just forgetting stuff. Sounds about right.
This is the curse of the brain rot. I do believe this is due to the fact that I angered an evil wizard prior to recording the show today. I happened to duel a man in the Walmart park. Yeah, I happened to get into a fist fight in the Walmart parking lot with Steve Buscemi. I really wanted that hand sanitizer. Okay.
But it was the real one, so you couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, real Steve Buscemi. You can't mess with him.
Yeah, I know. And so he has cursed all of us with a hex. It's called brain rot. So, as we all try to navigate these murky waters ahead of us tonight, just know that it is all because Steve Buscemi has cursed us with brain rot. There is no other reason at all that I could forget anything ever.
Downside is that brain rot spreads through sound waves.
So it's okay. So our viewers will also get the brain rot.
Yeah, actually. If you're listening to this, congratulations, you've got brain rot. And also maybe Ebola.
Okay, now the second one. Brain rot, definitely.
It's a possibility. How do you know there's not someone out there watching tonight, Jordan, that doesn't have it?
Doesn't have brain rot?
That does have it. There might be someone watching that has Ebola.
That has Ebola? Yeah, they could, but I'm saying they're not going to contract it because of us.
Yeah,
if you have Ebola and you're listening to us right now, please do literally anything else. Call your loved ones.
Call your loved ones. I remember what I was gonna say. Um, so I want to let everybody know that I have got my my first bit of payment. It wasn't stride gum apparently, but it was extra, so it's
Mhm.
okay. It's
Mhm.
okay.
Got this extra gum right here, right by my microphone.
See,
That's
I
what you're
haven't actually
hearing.
gotten
That's
it
the
yet.
gum.
I've seen pictures of it, so I know
Yep.
it's there.
I have sent Dylan pictures of gum. Um, I might have eaten some of it, but I didn't send him pictures of that. As a general rule, if I'm eating money, I try not to send people pictures of that. But yeah, no. Dylan, your check is in the mail. Um,
Check. I'm
yeah,
getting paid.
yeah, in Stride gum.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's one of those like buy one get one coupons.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's in the mail. I promise. It might be delayed due to COVID, just like a lot of the things we're talking about here tonight, but it's in the mail. I promise you.
There's a huge chance it might be canceled though.
It might be
Just get the
canceled, but it
coupon.
might
The coupon
also be
says this is
remastered
canceled.
or re-released 2 times.
Yes.
Anyways, I want to give a shout out to Dean in the chat as he is giving us a rave review. This show really helps me deal with the blood coming out of my pores. And yeah, that's what we're here for. We're here to talk about Kurt Cobain, video games, and help you deal with the blood coming out of your pores. Um, I don't know. Let's see. Ming, mic situation looking okay, or I'll take that silence as a no. Mic situation not looking okay. Uh, hmm. I don't want to see. Well, while we work on that,
F F in the chat for their mic. Feels
yeah,
bad.
Drop,
yeah, get
drop
an
an
F
F
in the
in the
chat for
chat,
his
yeah.
mic right now. Just hop into the chat. There you go. You can do it. I believe in you. You can go to that chat and put an F in
I'll
there.
drop one. I'll drop one too.
I'm
Uh,
about to get owned idiot. I mean,
I would like to disagree with this.
oh man. We have a goblin in the chat. Don't worry about him.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
there. He never
Too bad.
leaves.
Wait. I have an idea. We can somehow get Dean to join. Just have him use a text to speech device.
Oh no. I am scared of this idea.
No. And so we're using Discord to speak. All he has to do, he can type in /TTS and then space and type his message, and it'll do text to speak for him.
Oh, this scares me. Does this work? I'm gonna
Yeah,
try
it
this.
actually works.
I'm
You
gonna
can
try
do it
this
right
on
now.
myself because I
Yeah,
I
make
thought I
sure you do
disabled
it
it for like most users on the server, but I don't know if I still have it.
make sure you do that in a chat that not everyone's
Andrew
in.
B said testing.
Well, I can make it work. Um.
If you do like a chat that only some
Oh.
people are in,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, don't do that there. Yeah.
Okay, so apparently that sends that out across everybody on Discord.
Yeah, I know that was that was my point. Do it on one that only has a handful of people on.
Hmm.
Like for instance, you can do like the mod chat or something.
Hmm. A lot of things to think about tonight. Well, anyways, we have had 2 microphone fatalities today. Dean's poor microphone, after 70 years of service, has in fact passed away. The calling hours are at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And then live here on show, Ming's microphone did in fact just retire. I'm not sure if Ming's mic is dead yet, but it's definitely like on the way out of its career. Um, I don't think they've announced any services yet, or any retirement parties. Um, yeah, that's how we're doing tonight. That's the first 10 minutes of the show. Um, oh yeah, I guess we can kind of move on to the bullet points here. I don't really want to move on too far as we work through all this, but we'll get it going. We can start off by touching on a subject. That subject is that Nier, the original Nier, is in fact getting a remaster. That remaster happens to be called Nier Replicant, because the original Nier released in two different forms. You had Gestalt, which is what we got on, which is what got translated in the West. Japan had two versions. We only got that one. Gestalt was the one that was effectively Dad Nier. That was the protagonist. It was a dad.
I thought it was one for the Xbox and one for the PlayStation. That's how they did it.
Maybe that was, but no, I thought Gestalt got a PS3 release as well.
No, if I'm not mistaken, it didn't.
No, let me see.
I could be wrong.
Okay, no. Okay, in Japan, the game was released as Nier Gestalt for the 360, while Replicant was released exclusively in Japan for the PlayStation 3. But Gestalt in the rest of the world was on the PS3. It's a weird situation.
Okay. Yeah, I remember it was something weird like that.
Yeah. So anyways, Replicant is getting a remaster so far. They have not announced one for Gestalt, but that Replicant remaster is in a weird situation where it seems to be adding more than just a standard remaster, and for all we know, may as well be a remake. The details are sparse. They've got a trailer out, and the title is specifically Nier Replicant version 1.22474487139. So yeah, it's a Yoko Taro game. This is where we are. We're going to go in depth on more of the Nier announcements. There was a mobile game announced, as well as that Nier Automata is coming to Xbox Game Pass for consoles on April 2nd, so a day after most people will be listening to this. And as for the rest, we're going to talk about that either on next week's show or on a shorter show with Scott, as he is sadly locked in a Walmart right now and cannot escape. He could not bring a microphone with him. So actually, that makes 3 microphone fatalities today.
Wow.
We have lost Dean, Scott, and Ming. It's working! It's working! We're back down to only 2 microphone fatalities.
It worked. Cool.
We're back down to 2.
We are back down to 2 microphone fatalities. So yeah, only Scott and Dean are legally declared dead today. Ming is in fact back. Unlike Kurt Cobain, we miss him every day. But yeah, no. When we do like a full in-depth talk on Nier, we need to have Scott here, because when I was playing angry anime board games with Dean and Scott at nearly 4 in the morning, I was like, hey, good night, guys. It's nearly 4 in the morning. I'm gonna go. So I leave the call. I close Discord. I open Twitter to check that one last time, right? And so I open up Twitter. First thing I see is the incredible words Nier Replicant Remaster. And so I hop back into that voice call and I just say to Scott, hey Scott, I've got 3 words for you. A Nier Replicant Remaster. The next thing I hear is Scott crying, so I am not legally allowed to speak about this without him here. So yeah.
I mean, you could, but your knees would probably be broken.
Yeah. He gave me express permission to speak about that he cried, but not express permission to talk about Nier on the show without him, so I'm not going to risk that.
Yeah.
So anyways, up next on our discussions here... Actually, before I do that, Ming, your microphone previously was taken out in an assassination attempt to stop you from saying something during our intro. How you doing today?
God. I'm great. I've been doing nothing except playing The Sims all day, so that's what I've been up to.
Honestly, that's a good thing to do, especially if your Sims are in fact practicing proper social distancing.
I'm playing The Sims to get away from the pandemic, man. Don't make me think about it.
Okay,
Fine.
You've got a point. Alright, so now I guess we can kind of move on a bit, now that we've touched on Nier. We've got a little list of things to talk about today. But first off, I do want to speak about Persona 5 Royal, since that did just release in the West here today. And
Yep.
Jordan, in fact, did happen to have money put down on that, so he got this thing called a video game in the mail.
Yeah.
Jordan,
It surprisingly it wasn't. It didn't delay It said it was supposed to be in like later this week, but it happened to come in today.
hmm.
So I have no problems with that.
And you played through
But
all of the original Persona 5, right?
yes, I'd never like 100% it,
Mm-hmm.
but I did play through it twice. Let's see. I did. One of the main differences I've seen between Royal and then the normal, like the original game,
Mm-hmm.
was they've added like a few different parts and stuff. Like for the most part, the storyline is exactly the same, but they've added like a new character. Like
Mm-hmm.
starting off, you meet the character like on the thing is like the first day of school, you meet that other character.
Okay, I didn't know
Um,
how far in they would be introducing new stuff, because the way that like Persona re-releases work now, that we had Persona 4 Golden and then we've got Persona 5 Royal, is they are effectively director's cuts of the games, which is
yeah,
interesting because you usually only see that with movies.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
they add in new scenes, new content, new epilogues, change all sorts of details about the gameplay and story throughout. And even if the overall is still the same, you've got that extra epilogue at the end, all the different combat rebalancing and changes throughout the whole game, and I'm curious to find out if it's more
Yeah,
difficult
well,
or less.
the rebalances and stuff. One of the main things I've noticed that I enjoy a lot is they make it where you have baton pass starting off.
Oh, really?
Because yeah, you used to have to unlock that through social links and stuff, but no, you
Mm-hmm.
starting off you get baton pass, and then they I don't know if this was in the normal game because I never really used baton pass because at least starting off, and I got so used to not using it. By the time I had it unlocked for everyone, I just didn't really feel like using it, type deal. But
Hmm.
uh, whenever you use baton pass, it increases the damage of the person you pass it to, and then if you can pass it to the next person, it increases the damage more, and then you can do it one more time, and it'll give them like a maximum damage buff,
Hmm.
and they can like it does a lot. They can do a lot of damage with it, and I was like, I thought that was a pretty interesting mechanic that they added in. Um, see, another thing is Royal comes with all the DLC from that they had for the first game, so you get all the different costumes and all the personas and stuff that you can get from DLC.
Now, is that just like available right off the bat, or is it
Well,
integrated
it's
smoothly?
way those work is the way the costumes always work is you can change costumes. I believe you have to be outside of mementos.
Yeah, but like, is it
Uh,
just like thrown into your costumes immediately, or?
yeah, yeah. You don't.
Hmm,
What it
that's
is it's the same way the normal DLC worked.
okay.
It's
That's
like how the it's exactly how the DLC worked in Persona 5, where you just
hmm.
get them. If you have a DLC, you just get them. Never. You have to get through like all the intro stuff to where you're finally where in the part where you can explore the first palace freely,
Yeah.
basically.
That
Um,
is, I don't know how
Same
I
with the
feel about that.
personas.
I like, okay, like on one hand, like for somebody who has like played through Persona 5 and owned some of, but not all of the DLC, like I get it. Yeah, but at the same time, for somebody who's just starting the game, I feel like that's a bad choice. Like the
It's
way that Persona 4 Golden handled like extra costumes. Like Persona 4, obviously a PlayStation 2 game, did not have downloadable content. But instead, the stuff that would have been downloadable content, if they had the ability to, ended up getting just added into Golden in like a new area. They added in a new city section where you could purchase costumes and stuff like
yeah.
that. And it's like I, if memory serves, Royal does eventually have like another city area that got teased in one of the trailers.
I
And
believe so. Yeah.
yeah, and when I saw that, I was like, okay, it's just going to be Persona 4 Golden again. They're going to put all the costumes in a costume store in there.
Well, see, the thing about that is a lot of games now have like DLC for things like that for cosmetics and stuff, which is a downside in my opinion. Like, sure, you get them instantly,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not like earning something,
Yeah.
like how in a lot of games you can only get like certain costumes by earning them,
Okay.
and in a lot of games nowadays you just pay like around $5,
Yeah.
to get something that's cosmetic, and a lot of times in solo games, I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, no, it's usually not. I will say one thing though. Yes, I bought the Persona 3 costume pack in the base Persona 5. Yes, I did it just so I could listen to Mass Destruction. Yes, I am part of the problem.
Another thing I noticed is they do have more music tracks added in, at least
Hmm.
I believe so. Um, no, let's see. Another thing is I'm not through with the first palace yet because I was
Okay.
kind of taking it slow, just trying to look around and stuff like that. Um, let's see. I do know that they've added different areas, and like the layout was the same, and then like all of a sudden it changed on me because it went from like normal to an area where it's just like, ah, yes, let's introduce the grappling hook, which threw me off because I was like, oh, this they changed it.
Mm-hmm.
um, there's a lot of stuff that I've been noticing that I don't know if it's something that they've added in or if it's something I just never noticed before. Like,
The grappling hook's new, which
yeah, I know for a fact grappling
I
hook's
mean,
new. I'm
what?
talking about like in dialogue.
Oh,
So
in dialogue. Oh, in dialogue.
yeah,
Yeah, dialogue. That's something I'm interested to see, like people go over and stuff. I
so
am. I don't know. There's again. This is kind of a director's cut, so every little thing that's changed from then to now, I'm curious. Not curious enough to buy Royal until I see a little bit of a price drop in a sale or something. Like I just bought Doom Eternal, so I am at my little limit of how many new games I can buy within a period of time, especially when, saving money's fun. It's not.
yeah. Uh, on a side note, I just bought a 2070 Super graphics card and a new monitor. So
Jordan,
You just Jordan
Jordan,
just bought a 2070
Jordan.
graphics
Oh
GPU.
God.
What Jesus? You gonna give me your old one?
I mean, sure.
See, we're seeing generosity on the Gamer Zone tonight.
Yeah,
I
like
mean, you can give me your
we're
graphics card,
generous.
but I'm using a laptop, so I wouldn't be able to use it. It's just sitting here.
feels
I
bad.
mean, Jordan, if you're looking for a nice new home for that graphics card,
I mean, I
mean,
could ship it.
here on the Gamer
Jordan, if you're
Zone,
looking for a nice new home, I got a spare bedroom.
here on the Gamer Zone, we are all about
God.
giving.
Dylan advertises his home address on stream.
No.
Okay, so let me tell you. In the other like Exia server that we ran for our Final Fantasy 14 group, Dylan, within his first 3 hours of being in there, did in fact post his home address. So
Oh gosh. I'm
Because he
surprised no
doesn't.
one. I'm surprised they didn't get like swatted or anything.
listen, Dylan, we are a generous bunch. We give, but we do not give SWAT teams. Okay, those are kind of expensive. Might involve a little jail time. I'd rather not have you get shot yet.
Yet.
Yeah,
Don't
I mean,
worry
look.
about it.
All I have to do is say one word and I get shot.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to shoot me first before you shoot Dylan.
I mean, Jordan, you're 2 hours from me. Good luck. But if you
See,
moved in,
You right.
We're giving tonight, including we're also giving death threats, but
It
We're
counts.
giving
It counts.
everything.
yeah, this show has everything. It has everything, honestly. Ugh.
But yeah, but yeah, I noticed there's quite a few things I've noticed has been kind of lower. Like the price has been lower on a few computer things, so because a lot of stocks are actually low right now because of all this. A lot of people pulled money out of stocks and stuff, so a lot of stuff their price is going down. So
The Persona 5 stock market.
just everyone just kind of keep an eye on like some stuff, because some stuff I've noticed has been priced lower.
That's interesting. I wonder if
So
it's. I wonder if like the new end game, air quotes, that's just like the epilogue and stuff. Which I say epilogue, but like it's as far as I know, it's integrated into the main story seamlessly, just like it was in Persona 4. Um, and that should be good another, I don't know, 10 or something hours, I think. It's like I do wonder if they scaled the early game like economy air quotes down so that like by the end of the epilogue, you're probably going to be spending the same amount of money on items as you would at the end game of the base Persona 5. That's my personal guess. I'm interested to see if that's the case.
yeah.
Hmm.
So
So far, I guess, as someone who has played Persona 5, would you say that, and would you say that the differences in Royal so far that you've seen are enough to warrant a full $60 from somebody who has just played and really enjoyed Persona 5?
um yes, so far,
Okay.
um because it seems like they've added quite a few new things.
Mm-hmm.
Like one thing I don't think they had in the original game was at the cafe you
Mm-hmm.
can actually was cleaning it a thing before,
I cannot remember. It's been a
because
few years.
if you clean it, it gives kindness, and that I don't remember ever having the chance to do that.
Huh.
It could have just been me not doing it before, not realizing it was a thing, but that's one thing. That's one of the first things I noticed that I could do, and I was like, I don't remember being able to do that in a normal game. Which I know doesn't sound like much, but it's just an easy way to gain kindness. So, but
That's
to
interesting.
what?
I don't remember that from the base game at all.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of small things that I've seen so far that they've added that I was like, huh, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think combat works a little bit better now. The fact that you automatically have baton pass, and it's actually really worth using, makes it where it you can kind of set up some really cool fights that way. If you have a way to what do you call it? If you have some
Strategize? Or
strategize, make it where the enemies that are weak to a certain element, you can set it up for everyone, and then
hmm. I gotta say though,
uh
like having baton bass right off the bat is an interesting thing to me as I think of it from a game design perspective because like what you said earlier about how once you got it, you didn't use it because you were used to not using it.
yeah,
I wonder if the reason for it getting moved to immediately being available in the game is I can think of three things. Thing one, people who didn't do that social link and therefore missed out on it entirely. Thing two,
yeah,
exactly what you just described. And thing three, making it easier for people who played the base game to come back and play that again.
yeah. Because like baton passes, it can be pretty good, especially if
It's
there's
one
like
of the best moves in the game.
yeah,
It changes out combat strategy entirely. It's pretty much essential. That was how I played, at least. It was very heavy on using it.
yeah. Well, see, I never used it in the game,
Hmm.
so you don't have to use it
Yeah,
at
yeah, but
least
for
in
the
the
way that
normal
I
one.
played,
But
at least, it was pretty essential.
yeah, since all the DLC is free, and all
Hmm.
the personas are free, one thing I recommend not doing if this is your first time playing, do not get one of the high level personas.
That is something that irks me. And
Well,
it makes me really, really wish that they'd like integrated that seamlessly.
well, the thing is, it's not a problem with Royal. That was a problem with the normal game. It was just brought back over
Yeah,
because
but it's like,
it's like I said, it's the DLC from the original Persona 5.
yeah,
So that was a problem that they had with that. But all they did is they didn't change it at all. They just put it in the new game. Another thing that I noticed is you can also move your save file over to Persona 5 Royal.
oh, and does that have any bonuses associated with it?
It says it did, but sadly, I'm on a new PlayStation, and
Oh.
I don't have my old save file anymore,
Well,
so
I
I
guess
wasn't
I'm
able to
now
do that.
I guess I'm now legally obligated to spend $60 and find out.
For the sake of science,
For the sake of science, for Gamer's own research.
write that
Also,
off as a business.
yeah, that's
I mean,
what I'm
yeah,
gonna do.
you're right.
But also,
Exactly.
the thing is, I will admit, I lent my copy of Persona 5 to a friend to stop me from playing it, and I see Royal, and I'm like, I want to play Persona 5. So, you know,
It's
maybe I'll cave.
definitely it's definitely enjoyable to play. Like it.
But
Uh,
I do want to ask Jordan though,
yeah.
since you mentioned that you had 2 completed games of Persona 5, you went through the full game twice. Jordan, I have to ask you the most difficult question I have ever asked anyone in my entire life. Who's your wife?
Uh,
Wife or waifu?
Either one. I'm taking answers for both here.
um,
Choose your words wisely.
second playthrough was no one. First playthrough, I think I had. I don't remember.
Okay, Jordan. Well, I'm now going to begin quizzing you on the aspects you look for in an anime woman.
Can we all take this quiz?
I didn't expect you to be so enthusiastic,
Oh
Dylan.
god. Getting exposed live
Why
on
not?
stream,
I
man.
love it. I love anime. Anime is my stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, his stuff.
I don't know what to say about that. I love anime. But yes.
So, what are your thoughts on Punch Girls, Dylan?
Give me 30 seconds. I gotta Google what the hell Punch Girl is.
A girl who
Punch
punches.
Yeah, the name's pretty
Girl.
self-explanatory, actually.
Just okay.
Like
Think
Vi?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, sure.
Sure.
That's an easy sure, Dylan.
I'm
Dylan.
more of a
Dylan, let me ask you.
I'm more of a skeeth person.
Okay, but listen, Dylan. Let me ask you a question to summarize your thoughts on Punch Girls. Would you date a woman who could beat you up?
I'm not into that, so probably not.
Coward!
Yeah. Oh my god.
Actually, hold on. Let me tell you what it's all about. Would I date a woman, or would I date an anime woman? Because if it's anime woman, oh yeah, there's no way I'm gonna not be able to get beat up by an anime woman. Everybody knows anime females are stronger than the main non-females, unless you're watching like Dragon Ball Z. If you're watching like anything else that has to do with magical powers, so the woman's usually stronger.
So you're saying you would let an anime woman beat you up?
I mean, I wouldn't let her beat me up, but I mean, sure.
They can
No,
try.
Andy, hold on. Now we have to turn the tables.
Oh no.
Would you let an anime girl beat you up?
Okay, listen. I have said this answer before live on stream. As I have said once before, let me quote our great president, Theodore Roosevelt. Hell yeah!
Oh yeah, what a man! I would let Set beat me up in real life.
You'd let Dios beat you up in real life.
Yeah, I would let Dio beat me up in real life.
Wouldn't we all?
I mean, we don't have a choice. He just
man.
stops time and then we die.
Hey, that's a
okay way to
spoiler,
go.
bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3. Roll the roller!
Yeah. I seriously doubt anyone cares about that anymore.
No, listen. I care right now. I specifically care about Dio's voice actor because he's really cool.
Yeah, he also voices a character in League of Legends now, so that's interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, that's where I went from that because the
Yeah.
character he voices is Set, S-E-T-T, and he's a brawler and he beats the crap out of you literally, and it's annoying. And that's why I said I'd let him beat me up in real life.
Literally beats the crap out of you.
He also suplexes you, so that's fun.
Yeah, no, but like this, like I don't know, like League of Legends colonoscopy. What am I talking about anymore?
Colonoscopy.
You can't just stick these words together.
Bro, I don't know what game you're playing, but you downloaded the wrong
Hey,
league.
listen. If you're gonna throw a literally in there, I'm gonna take you literally, Dylan. This is how this game works.
Said he beats you up, and say he gives you a gun. His say he sticks his hand in your asshole.
Well, I suppose that would be Seth's Bizarre Adventure. Oof. Anyhow,
Anyhow, what's your favorite part of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
everything.
I love Speedwagon. Speedwagon's probably my
Oh
favorite part
man,
of
he's
JoJo.
great.
Speedwagon's amazing.
Yeah, I was thinking of like different like arcs, but like no, like Speedwagon's a great answer.
I took the question the wrong way, but it was the correct answer.
It was really.
You failed test successfully.
Oh man.
I think part 2 is my favorite JoJo part for the record.
Hey,
I know, I really like
changes
part
from
1. So.
this to just JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's
Listen,
what.
Yeah.
sometimes you just gotta flow. You gotta throw the script out the window, and
See,
you
that's why it's called reload. It's X2
Yes.
reload because
Yes.
we're reloading the script.
Yes, we are delaying, canceling, remastering, re-releasing, and X2 reloading the script.
Oh, hey, reload max ammo.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we're doing all that to the script. Okay? And with all that information, I can calmly say that I am not good at making things up on the spot. I was just kind of just like letting it go, and I was like, I'll think of something in this 3 seconds.
Also, I like how you only had like one question on like the anime girl thing. And
Yeah,
it was
you like
just
punch
asking
girls.
Dylan. Just asking Dylan
The
if
most
you'd
important
let
question.
a girl beat him up.
It's the only good question I can ask you about your taste in anime women.
You could ask
It's the
favorite
only
color
streamable
hair.
one.
It's the only streamable one.
But you could ask what's the favorite color hair.
I mean, yeah, you can, but I mean, that doesn't have as much impact, you know?
It's definitely bald.
I mean, when you put it like that, you're right.
Oh god. I'm so sorry for getting us so off topic.
This is not your fault, my friend. I take all responsibility with pride.
Oh god.
Also, I appreciate you, Dylan. You took the questions instead of me.
On
Oh,
that
yeah, you're
note,
welcome.
Jordan,
I always take
what's
one
your...
for the bros.
Okay, I think we can move on.
Yep.
Can I ever really move on from saying the words League of Legends colonoscopy live on stream?
I'm gonna go back and clip that real fast.
I need to take a sip of water before I cover more of this. So while I take this sip of water, stay hydrated, champs.
Actually, I just finished a cup of water. And I'm waiting for my ice to melt so I can get some really cold water.
Good idea. All right. So the next thing we happen to have here, I'm going to bring up the Twitter thread on this. That all up. Go on over to display capture. There we go. All right. So on March 30th, which just so happened to be yesterday, we had a lot of rumors start spilling out. All sorts of different sites started reporting that Nintendo was planning a Super Mario re-release / remaster set to celebrate the 35th anniversary of the series, as well as that a new Paper Mario game would be coming out in 2020, also known as this current year. So, the first response we get to this is Jason Schreier stating, "Cannot wait to replay Super Mario Galaxy on my Switch." Which, I've talked before about Jason Schreier on the show. The guy's spot on with his info. And so, okay, that's the first confirmation in the day that, okay, Galaxy's coming to Switch. Then throughout the day, it's leak after leak after leak with everything going on. Eurogamer reports Super Mario Galaxy is coming to Switch alongside quote-unquote other 3D Mario favorites. A new Paper Mario was reconfirmed. Super Mario 3D World would receive a deluxe version with new levels. Then we go down. Gimatsu reports that Super Mario 64 and Sunshine receive Switch remasters as well. And
Oh,
then
nice.
That's actually pretty cool.
Then the Eurogamer reporter says, in my reporting on this, I acknowledged a couple of other 3D Mario favorites as well as Galaxy were coming. Now at Kimatsu has confirmed, we'll add them in here. Sunshine and 64 are coming in HD too. So it seems as if there was just a whole group of journalists that all independently knew different details about the different Mario games getting remastered or re-released. And then it just goes on and on and on throughout the day as they all confirm each other. And so then finally we have a report from VentureBeat saying that all mentioned 3D Mario games, aside from 3D World, would be a collection, Super Mario All-Stars 2. The original Super Mario All-Stars released on the Super Nintendo, or if you're a weeaboo, Super Famicom, or, if you're Japanese. And that also got a re-release on the Wii, which was a surprisingly lackluster collection. Like, it was like a direct SNES port to Wii. Weird. But that included, I think it was the first two Super Mario games, as well as, quote-unquote, the Lost Levels, all remastered for the SNES. And now we're getting the same case for the Switch with the different big 3D entries. You get to play 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy. Notably absent here is Galaxy 2, which I fully expect to get its own remaster as well. I mean, I can't see them leaving it out. So yeah, I'm interested in a lot of aspects of this. Obviously, I'm excited to play Sunshine and HD and everything, but I am interested to see what they do with 64 because that game got a DS re-release of all things, or remake even. That added all sorts of new things. I know Yoshi was playable. There was new content. I don't remember all the details about it because I am not playing Super Mario 64 on a Nintendo DS. I'm sorry. I can hardly see on that thing as it is. I am not going to play a 3D platformer on the Nintendo DS. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe we're all crazy if you think about it.
No, just you. I
Oh.
played that. I played it on the Nintendo DS. I had a lot of fun with it.
Okay,
It
then in that
also,
case.
let's see. I think it was also that one. It had a bunch of mini games on it as well.
Oh no, I did play. Yeah, I played that too.
Yeah, because
Okay,
there's
I
this
am the
one where
crazy one. I
you
am
can do.
definitely the crazy one.
Yeah, there's also if you had friends, you could do
Yeah, you could do stuff together, like mini games together and stuff.
yeah
That's neat.
was that also the one that had like a flower mini game, like picking the
Yeah,
petals
yeah.
off a
I think
flower?
it was Yoshi, and you pull the flowers off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then there's another one that was it was Luigi. He dealt cards to you.
yeah. I think that
I
one was
can't.
really easy.
I don't remember what game it was. I think it was like a match game. Like you had to match the cards, but I could be wrong.
Oh
I
no,
couldn't
yeah,
remember
no,
what
it
game.
was. It was four rows of four, and you had to flip over cards and match them.
Okay.
Hmm.
And then I also remember there was like a versus mode game where it was where you had to draw um like trampolines for these Marios to bounce off, and then like the other side would also have to do a trampoline so
I don't
that
remember that one.
it was weird on how that one worked.
Hmm.
Oh, someone says they want Mario Party remastered.
I'd take it. I'm
Oh yeah.
yeah though. I'm curious to see what happens with 64 in here. I feel like my gut instinct is that a lot of the DS exclusive stuff will be left on the chopping block, and it's I can take that honestly. Like I don't know about you, but I feel like Super Mario 64 as it was is the complete package, you know?
Yeah.
The DS stuff was really nice extra stuff. But did the game need it? No. It's actually a masterpiece, and it's genuinely amazing that Super Mario 64 is still so playable and has held up so well over the years. At least that's my personal take.
Yeah, I mean you're not wrong. is pretty playable still. Like the way it's designed and stuff, it's very much an art style that it has that kind of keeps it alive.
Yeah, and that's one of the surprising things to me that it's like that is a launch Nintendo 64 game, and artistically it's still perfectly fine. I don't know. Do I just have brain damage that I find this low poly style appealing, or is it just artistry? Maybe I have brain damage and it's artistry. It's probably that.
Yeah, see, it's still, it doesn't look bad. Like,
Right.
that's the thing about like a lot of like the more art style type games and stuff.
Yeah.
You'll see them, like, looking back, they look completely fine. And you look at games where they try to go in for like a more realistic look, and they look bad in comparison to like new game
Well, I mean
graphics.
that's
You know,
something that's like I think of it this way. Okay, you can create your own art style, and your art style will always be a style. Now let's look at real
yeah,
life, okay? When you go to replicate real life, no, as it stands, there is no video game that is a one-to-one perfect replica of how reality actually looks. And will we ever get there? I can't tell you that. All I can tell you is that with every couple of years, we get a lot closer to it.
Yeah,
Whether
we
it'll
do.
ever be exact is, left for you to decide. But that is ongoing work to replicate reality digitally. That's what it is. It's an ongoing thing. But if you just do your own style, like I said, let's like that's that. That is your style. Like look at yeah, Mario 64 is a good example. Crash Bandicoot's a good example, I think. But especially above all else, look at Jet Set Radio. That game literally needs nothing. Well, they did an HD version that boosted texture quality, which is good. That was something I'd take. But that game, from most things, literally just needed a resolution boost and a widescreen version.
hmm.
You look at like Wind Waker.
Yeah,
That's
Wind Waker.
yeah. It's like okay, compare how Twilight Princess and Wind Waker have aged, and all of a sudden the crowd that was like, "Ew, Wind Waker is so cartoony. I can't handle this. I'm gonna be mad on the internet. Let's go to GameFAQs and be mad." Suddenly that crowd looks even stupider than they did back when they were, spewing garbage online. I wonder how those guys feel now. They're probably raising 5 children at once. I don't know.
That's a little much, bro. Because I was actually one of those people who didn't like Wind Waker at first because of the art style. But then again, I was a little kid,
So Jordan,
so
how's your
like
5 children doing?
they don't
you,
exist.
you guys want to hear something?
Yeah.
Never played Wind Waker.
Yeah,
I
you
mean
can still go back and
that's
play it. It's a good game.
yeah. Yeah,
It is a
just get
good
a Wii
game.
U. Get a Wii U to play it.
Oh yeah.
Or
Oh, that's why
GameCube.
I never played on. I played the Wii U one time my entire life.
Okay, I've got my own take on the Wii U version of Wind Waker. If it wasn't for the like bloom everywhere, like it's weird. The Wii U HD remaster of Wind Waker, it looks more dated today than the GameCube version of Wind Waker because
Well, no, I've recently saw like the differences between them, and I thought the HD version on Wii U looked better.
it doesn't look all bad, but it is very heavy on bloom. And it's like that was just like a space and time where it's like every game was like, we need heavy bloom. Why? No one could really come up with an answer. It's like, yeah,
What
let's
is
just like
what
China's fun.
exactly is Bloom referring to again?
Bloom is. I can bring up a picture of it and like throw it on the screen real quick. Bloom in video
Yeah,
games.
I apologize. I'm
I mean,
retarded.
no, you're not dumb. Okay, this is actually. Let's see. Most things. Okay, actually, let me bring that up on display capture again. Just looking at a couple of examples here. Like you see all the lights and all the glow from the lights.
Oh yeah, yeah.
In fact, here's a direct comparison of Witcher, presumably Witcher 2, I think, where you can see that there. And in some situations like this one, where it's like you see the sunset and you see light from that, like that looks perfectly natural and it looks a bit better with bloom on. But
Mhm.
bloom does obscure your field of, not field of vision, but it obscures your vision.
Okay, so yeah, it's very much whether or not you want things to look prettier, if you want to be able to see.
Not necessarily that though. I mean, like, there's instances where Bloom is just, oh, here's a good example. Yeah, here's a good example. Is this ask yourself, is this necessary?
No, but it's realistic. Like when you wake up in the morning and you kind of look outside.
I mean, you're right.
We've finally done it.
We cracked the code. But no, like, this picture, like, perfectly encapsulates what I'm talking about with, like, overuse in Bloom for a couple of years. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
why does that crate over there have a glow? Why? I don't have to ask any other questions, just why?
I thought you were referring to the fact that you blind yourself looking in the bottom right of the screen.
Why?
Also, there's like a tiny man in the middle
Oh,
of that
God.
guy's back.
Wow, it's Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Warframe. Nice.
Oh, you couldn't even tell it was Warframe because of how heavy that bloom was.
I am absolutely certain they have patched this out since then. Oh
Yeah,
man. But that
okay,
is that is
yeah,
bad.
I get what you're talking about now.
Yeah, and that is why Bloom in video games is no longer seen. They've moved on since to HDR lighting mostly, which is much more natural but requires a proper screen to see it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mario.
Mario.
Out of all those things, though, like, aside from the 3D stuff, I gotta say, I am very hopeful about that Paper Mario rumor, where it's like they said it's supposed to be closer to the N64 and GameCube entries, as opposed to anything else they've done with the Paper Mario license, because I'm not gonna say everything else done with the Paper Mario license is a war crime, because I liked Super Paper Mario, but, yikes. Some of those other entries, not doing so hot. Like, at all.
Speaking of Mario games, have you ever played like the let's see, there's like Mario and Luigi, the Superstar Saga. They had another one
Oh,
that was
yeah.
like Bowser's Inside Story. They had a few of them.
Yeah.
When was the
I
last one of those released?
I know they released a remake on the 3DS of, I think it was Bowser's Inside Story.
Okay,
And that was like 2018, I want to say.
yeah, because I remember Bowser's Inside Story. I played a lot. That one was a lot of fun.
I played one of the Mario and Luigi games many years ago, and I can't remember which one.
Yeah,
Probably Superstar Saga.
all the ones I've played was a lot of fun because
Mhm.
the way they did combat, like it was turn based, but you could dodge
Hmm.
is the thing. Like there wasn't like a chance to dodge. Like you could manually make your character dodge. Like something's
Mhm.
going towards your character, you can jump over it. Some things, you can't jump over it. You have to just stand, let it go over your head.
Mhm.
And then like the way special moves would work is you'd have to hit buttons at the right time. Like you actually had to time stuff. No, I don't know. It was just a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
It was actually that's actually what got me into turn-based games. Like before I played those, I couldn't play a turn-based game for the life. I just didn't have
Hmm.
the patience to deal with it, and I
Mhm.
didn't enjoy how it was at first. But like I started playing those, and then that kind of eased me into it, and I just really enjoy like turn-based RPGs. I enjoy them a lot now.
Oh yeah. I was
So
similar at first, where it was like a lack of patience and everything, and then like what happened was, I played this game that we have never talked about on the show before. It's called Persona.
Persona, we
Yeah,
just talked about that earlier.
specifically, I went and I played Persona 3 Portable.
Oh,
Uh,
Persona 3, yeah, that's pretty good.
yeah, and that was where I was like, yeah, you know what, turn-based, kind of good actually. Kind of like this. Maybe I'll see a little more of this, and then it like immediately becomes like one of my favorite genres.
Well, mentioning Persona is kind of cheating because it's kind of like its special thing. It's an
Yeah,
RPG.
yeah,
It's a
but like
turn-based
that, it's
RPG
like
game that
that
even
was my
people who hate them
gateway.
likes it.
That was my gateway into turn-based RPGs, just like how Halo
Yeah.
was my gateway into actually fully enjoying first-person shooters.
The original Doom was like the first game I played, so
A little bit of bias
first game
here.
first game that I ever played that got me into kind of turn-based. I guess it's kind of turn-based, but it'd be Final Fantasy IX. Like I know I've talked about it a couple times
More than
since
kind
I've
of
been on
turn
here.
based. More than kind of
I
turn
mean,
based.
yeah, but you still have a lot of like running around and adventuring. But
I
like
mean
the action,
that's
all the action is turn-based.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's what I'd
but like
classify
you
as.
can still run
Yeah,
around
that's
fully though.
turn-based games.
I mean,
That's
yeah, but like, what's the game that we played, Jordan? What was it? It was a
For the
three-player.
king.
Yeah, was it For the King? Yeah, For the King.
Yeah,
That
no,
was
no,
all.
that okay.
That is one
That
hundred
game,
percent turn-based
yeah, but that's like a combination of like a turn-based RPG and
board game.
like yeah, it's basically like well, it's also similar like Civilization and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a live-action board game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
speaking of board games,
board game online.
not just that. While we're speaking about like Jordan brought up like a weapon of mass destruction there, I'd like to bring up an even deadlier weapon of mass destruction. It's called 100% orange juice.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man. I have fun with 100% orange juice.
Oh man. So just in this past week, sadly, it ended yesterday. But there was a promotion to grab copies of 100% Orange Juice as well as the Acceleration of Suguri 2, and finally, I think it was, I can't remember the third one.
200% orange
200%
juice.
mixed juice.
Thank you,
Oh,
200%.
mixed juice, yeah.
Yeah, 200% mixed juice. And if anyone out there listening has happened to grab any copies of Orange Juice and got that game in their Steam library, I do want to take this moment to just say, play with us, please. I'm desperate for
Harry,
new people. I need a chance to
Oh god.
win. Though
I
even
need
when
a
I am,
chance to win.
though even if I am playing against a new person, odds are, I'm just gonna keep rolling ones.
Oh,
So,
Jordan's gonna be rolling ones.
oh
I
man,
didn't I still win that game?
No, I
yes.
won that game.
Oh
No,
wait,
I won
no.
that
You
game
won that
because I
game.
rolled a
Oh, you
three.
won the
Because I rolled
next
a
one.
Oh
three.
yeah, that's right, that's right. I almost won the game.
Yeah.
Almost won the game.
Yeah, I was like, if I roll a three, I win. And Jordan's like, but what are the odds? And I insta rolled a three.
No. You said what are the odds? And I said, yeah, no, you
Oh,
were all three because I knew. Because I was playing No Name, and for some reason, I can never win with him. Whenever I play as another character, I always win, but No Name for some reason I always get close to the end, and then someone just rolls the thing they need, and then they win instead. And I'm like, oh,
I want to give
okay.
a little context here, though, for our listeners who don't know what 100% orange juice is and why they need to buy it right now and why they need to lose to me. Um, Now, I'm going to answer these questions out of order. First off, the answer to why you need to lose to me is because I'm desperate. Please help. Uh, the answer for why you should play the game though and buy the game, it's like ask yourself a couple of questions. First off, I'll ask you the same question I asked Dylan earlier. Would you like an anime woman that could beat you up? If the answer is yes, absolutely 100% buy 100% orange juice. If your answer is no, still buy 100% orange juice if you are into fun board games with friends that will make you hate them, like Blue Shells and Mario Kart. It's really just Blue Shells, the board game. Do you like drawing cards that will indefinitely rain down bombs on the battlefield until somebody dies? Do you like pain? Yeah, that's a good
like
way to put it.
drawing extra cards.
Yeah.
Trying extra card. Well, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Do you like drawing extra cards?
Honestly, yeah, it's a very well balanced, very RNG heavy game. And despite whatever amount of time or progress anyone has had in it, whatever character they're playing as, they've still got a shot against somebody else. That's one of the things I really do love about it. It's an even playing field every time. Really, the only thing you can gain over time
Because
is
of
game
RNG.
knowledge. Yeah,
Yeah.
and like additionally, like you collect cards over the course of playing the game. But when you get your card deck made up, all the cards that everybody has are thrown into the same deck, shuffled up for everybody. And that does add an element of strategy that's like, ooh, do I want to cause chaos by maybe giving this person a chance to get this card? But even then, it's like, it's all on the dice. And just gotta, if I can say this, you just gotta know when to hold them, when to fold them.
When to walk away and when to run.
Yeah. Usually need to run when playing with Scott.
You never count your stars while you're sitting at the board table.
Ugh. But yeah, no, 100% orange juice. Fun, good. Anyone else have any thoughts on that they want to share?
It's only $7 anyway, so like.
Yeah. Listen, if you're listening to this podcast, you probably have $7. If you don't
Whoa.
have $7, well,
Just
whatever.
wait for the Trump bucks.
You ain't wrong.
I am going to spend if you don't have $7, I'm going to spend my entire government stimulus money on buying you copies of 100% orange juice. $1,200. I probably
How many
shouldn't.
copies would that be?
Let's do the math.
Well,
Let's go to our mathematician. It's called Calc.
Approximately 171, I think.
Okay, Ming is our new mathematician. Congratulations on your promotion. I will start paying
Thank
you
you.
in Stride Grum as well.
Hell yeah.
By the way, Stride Gum, you get if you get the same payment I get, which you get paid hourly, you should get 1,700 pieces, and that's for 1 days of work.
Wow.
Because each
The
Stride
check
Gum is
is
worth
the-
like 4 cents or something like that. I can't remember. It's not worth much.
The check is in the mail. That's all I'm saying, Dylan.
Yeah,
The
I
check
just
is
want.
in the mail.
I really hope one day I walk outside and I just get a fucking massive crate, and I'm just like, what is this? And I open it, and it's just full of Stride Gum. I would be the happiest person ever. Like I would take pictures of this. The world would know what happened.
The check is in the mail. Trust me.
How many boxes of Stride gum would it have to be in order to fill up a crate?
More than I'm buying.
but it's 1,700 pieces. So
Let's say 1,700
how many
pieces.
comes in a pack?
You can just do a down payment for future payments.
Maybe I should go look for that time that Dylan, publicly posted his address. I might need to keep this in mind.
Did you not delete it?
It's 14 pieces, so it's 100. It's over 100 packs.
I don't remember if that got deleted actually. So Dylan, you're either going to get Stride Gum or Anthrax in the mail spent depending on who hears this first and puts one and two together.
You'll be either
I
be the
can't just
happiest man
re-give
in the
you
world or
address.
dead.
Hey, either way, I'll be the happiest man in the world.
Oh god.
Cutting deep tonight, huh?
Cutting deep. Here you go, Andy. I'll just DM you my address.
Okay, I'll put that up on stream.
I mean, do it.
No, I'm not.
Everybody send gifts.
Ugh.
Alright, so
I think we can go down the news list now.
There we go.
yeah.
You probably won't need it, but there you go.
I can't believe I'm
You
now
ever do.
legal. I can't believe I'm now legally obligated. English. I am now legally obligated to send Dylan Stride Gum now that I have his address. I hate this.
But you've already promised it was already in the mail.
Don't worry about it, Dylan. It's okay.
I don't have feelings of doubt.
It's in the mail, okay? Somewhere.
He didn't say what. He didn't say what was in the mail. He just said it's in the mail.
It's a coupon for Burger King. You have those there, don't you?
You know what? I want to shout out Burger King real fast. No joke. Being 100% honest, real fast. Burger King is actually doing something really amazing right now during this whole COVID-19 stuff. They are actually making. If you do a mobile order and you order ahead on the mobile app, they give you.
Wait.
Jordan.
Oh yeah, Jordan.
Okay. I was like, did I get disconnected? I thought y'all moved me out. But no. So Burger King, if you do a mobile order and you order ahead, they're giving you 2 free kids meals with your order. So even if you don't have any kids and you're like you're scarce on money, you can still order ahead and just keep the kids meal for yourself, and you get like a cheeseburger or normal hamburger and some chicken nuggets, or some chicken nuggets, sorry. And you can get that, and so you order yourself a chicken sandwich or something, and then you get 2 free kids meals. And it's really nice that they're doing this, because even for families who do have kids, you can get more food for cheaper to take care of your family, and it's really nice. I
Every
just
time you
all
come
right.
on the show, something wholesome comes up one time or another.
That's all. That's what I'm about. I'm all about positivity.
I appreciate you, Dylan.
Yes.
Now, quick, let's be negative. Ah.
Oh, we
Hey,
got
look.
we got we got the long bones in the chat.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
trying to diss me for some reason. I can't figure out why.
Oh yeah, we're getting negativity in the chat. Yeah, get angry, get mad,
Yeah, I don't.
get your blood boiling. Okay, this moves on to our next
Uh.
topic of discussion. Let's get mad at COVID-19. Wasteland 3 has been delayed to August 28th. QuakeCon 2020 has been canceled. Gamescom has been canceled. Yeah, it's popping off, folks. But no, Wasteland 3 delayed to August 28th. I think I'm the only one here who's interested in Wasteland, but I do like that series quite a bit, even if it's generally, too big brain for me. But Wasteland
Yeah.
3 does seem like a very interesting modernization of the series. You can look up that on your own time if you don't know anything about it. They recently had a backer beta go out for the people who backed the game on Fig before they were acquired by Microsoft. And you can look up gameplay footage of that if you want to know what that game is all about. It's exactly the type of game I want to play, personally speaking. But I'm not going to gush about that forever. Instead, I'm going to gush about Quake. Or rather, again, as previously mentioned, QuakeCon 2020 is canceled. That was going to be the 25th QuakeCon, and it's dead. And that being said, though, they say other ways to celebrate the spirit of QuakeCon are being worked on for August. I don't know what that is. Are they just going to bring back Quake 3 tournaments? Something like that? I'm expecting that they're just going to do a news dump with whatever they were going to announce then. Maybe Doom Eternal DLC. Maybe, I don't know, a Quake game at QuakeCon. Wouldn't that be great? Been a couple years since that one, fellas. And then finally, Gamescom is also going digital this year. And some events are already planning to call things off for next year, too, like Microsoft's Build Developer Conference and Ignite conferences for the next, year or so are all going to be digital, as far as they understand it. So, may you live in interesting times. At the very least, I can calmly say I was going to watch all of these events from home anyways, because I'm too poor. So, not much of a change in schedule for me, but my heart really does go out to the organizers of all these events and everything that was going to go on. And that brings me to my next topic with an incredible smooth transition from topic to topic when I just say, and that brings me to my next topic, because Humble Bundle now has a COVID-19 relief bundle, which, yeah,
Really?
yes, yes they
Go
do.
check that out.
Yeah, I
Well, you
think
can.
you mentioned that earlier, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna bring this one up on the stream real quick through display capture.
$1,000, it's worth $1,000.
Yeah, it's got
Amazing.
it's got
Oh,
$1,000
Ooh,
value.
damn.
so many good games.
Yes, so this is a huge bundle that is going to be on here for the next week. They're currently supporting, it's 4 organizations here. That is Direct Relief, a nonprofit, nonpartisan organization that has become one of the world's largest providers of medical relief in the world. The International Rescue Committee, which responds to the world's worst humanitarian crises and helps people whose lives and livelihoods are shattered by conflict and disaster to survive, recover, and gain control of their future. Doctors Without Borders, I love that organization. I really do. Doctors Without Borders is an international independent medical humanitarian organization that delivers emergency aid to people affected by armed conflict, epidemics, natural and man-made disasters, and exclusion from healthcare in nearly 70 countries. That's one of the groups that genuinely does deserve your money. All of these do, but I mean, when it comes to good charities, I like DWB. Then you have Partners in Health, a nonprofit, an organization striving to make healthcare a human right for all people, starting with those who need it most. A lot of good people here. And 100% of your donations, or rather, whatever you pay for this bundle, does in fact go as just a full donation to charity, as I understand it.
It's amazing.
Yeah, choose where your money goes. You can base it off you can choose which organization gets more money than the rest if you feel like it. You know, if you've got like any particular biases here, you can just, you know, move that slider.
Just set
I wanna-
all of them to max.
I want to shout out this guy named Jeff. He's paid $10,000 for this bundle.
Shout out to Jeff, whoever you are.
Thank you, Jeff.
Can we get a shout out to Jeff in the chat real quick?
And it's pretty awesome. It's actually really amazing.
You know, a lot
Then
of
we have
Ferd. Ferd is in second, not third.
right
wow.
now. Right now we have $1,217,089.75 in total. Pretty amazing.
Right.
Mm.
That's
Gaming
a lot
community is pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, and that's a lot of stuff that goes to a lot of money going to charity. And for those of you asking the question, well, okay, what do I get out of it? Into the Breach,
Charity.
Undertale, Hollow Knight, a lot of other games, and also a warm, fuzzy feeling in your heart.
Yeah, it's like, what is this, like 20 games or so?
Well, it's a mixed thing because there's a lot of here.
Yeah, there's games,
8, 9,
books.
10,
Right, they've got
12,
games,
13,
book, comics.
14, 15.
It's like
So it's
they've got-
15 rows of 3, so that's 45 games, and then you get a bunch of books and comics.
Yeah, Undertale, Hollow Knight, Wizard of Legend, Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, The Witness, Super Hot, Tilt Brush, Lego Batman 3, Killing Floor.
Oh, they got Indigo Prophecy Remastered. It's interesting. They didn't realize they remastered that game.
You also get a free month of Humble Choice.
Oh yeah, so that would also be like another.
You get
like,
more games, yeah.
That'd be like another
6 games probably.
Another 6 games. There's a lot of games in here though that I can like heavily recommend, like especially
it has Brothers, dude. That game's a good game. I enjoyed that game.
I looked this over, and this is kind of like really like a lot of these as I see them bring back memories. Especially
low-key when I get it
Darksiders.
just to play Batman 3.
But you know, $30 for all of this. $30 for all of this stuff.
It's got Brutal Legend.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Jack Black. You can't hear me. Yes, he can.
I mean, he's a YouTuber now.
Oh yeah, that's true.
When will Jack Black come on the Gamer Zone?
When will Jack?
Hey, it could happen.
I want it to happen. Jack Black,
You want it to happen?
email me.
Everybody reach out to Jack Black and get him out here.
Yeah, everyone right now, just be like, Jack
Even
Black,
if
here's
it's just
Dylan's
for
address.
Please no.
Okay,
Dylan go see Jack Black and he's just not gonna be able to speak.
Dylan, tell me, would you complain if you opened your door one morning and Jack Black was standing outside your house?
I would do 2 things. First, I would shut the door and I'd reopen it, and then if he was still there, I would freak out because Jack Black is one of my all-time favorite famous people.
So what you're saying is all of us need to send Jack Black your address.
No, please no. I couldn't handle it. You know, I couldn't handle it.
A lot of good stuff in here. World of Goo is a particular favorite of mine, as is
Hacknet. It's got Magica.
Oh yeah, that's another good one. Man.
Oh, Super Hexagon, I remember that game.
Oh yeah, Super Hexagon's another favorite. It's got a Hive Swap. You want to talk about Homestuck, anybody?
No. I saw that and I was like, God.
I don't know what Homestuck is.
Okay, Jordan, you want to know about Homestuck?
No, Andy.
Yeah?
You don't.
You either die ignorant or live long enough to know about Homestuck.
Don't worry about it, Jordan.
I must know about Homestuck.
No, you don't. No,
yes,
you don't.
I require the knowledge.
You don't.
That is all I require in life is knowledge of Homestuck.
You're making a horrible mistake.
I've made worse mistakes, bro. Don't worry about it.
That's what you think until you find out about Homestuck. Then you're like, wow, this all seems like pretty weak in comparison to knowing about Homestuck.
I don't know. Homestuck sounds weak in my opinion.
That's what you think, my friend. That's what you think for now.
That's what I know. Because of how weak it is, you're not going to tell me.
I'm not telling you for your own safety, my friend.
No, it's for your safety. That's what it is.
Okay, maybe it's a little bit of
What
both.
is safety?
It is something that they are doing with COVID-19.
Yeah. Charity. Donate to charity. Don't worry about Homestuck. You don't have to redeem that key. You really don't have to. You can donate
Is
it
it
to someone.
possible to look up Homestuck? Is that like a game title or?
Don't worry about it.
I'm looking it up right now.
Oh no. So, anyways, we are now going to have someone completely, just lose that wonderful knowledge of lack of knowledge. Live on stream, we're going to have a man learn what Homestuck is.
It's a webcomic?
Yeah, can we get an F in the chat, everybody, just preemptively, because this is how it starts.
It's just a web. What's wrong with the webcomic?
Oh, buddy, you don't even know. This man was innocent until like 30 seconds ago.
Jordan, innocent? You obviously haven't known him as long as I have.
Yeah.
This sounds like this leads to a story, which we don't
There's
have to
too many.
broadcast.
Yeah,
Oh.
Who do you think is the one who started kissing your homie goodnight?
What? Hold on, bro. What? What happened?
We're having a lot of revelations on tonight's stream.
What have you been doing, bro?
No. We're talking about you right now, Jordan.
Me? What did I do?
Don't try to play innocent.
Come on, try. Oh, I'm trying to figure out what you said first of all.
I said, who do you think's the one who started kissing the homies goodnight?
That was Fig.
Exactly,
So
but what was the homie?
That was Dylan.
No, that was you.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways,
He's trolling. Don't worry about it.
I don't have a way out of this conversation. Don't read Homestuck. That's my way out. Don't do it. Don't stop. Turn around. Read anything else. Read a book. Read I don't know, like Martha Stewart's Guide to Cooking. I don't know if that's a book.
I see something. Is Homestuck worth reading? And then the
No.
answer to that is Homestuck, the masterpiece. Was the event the community? Was the event the community the shifting pace of updates, the constant chat between fandom and author? Homestuck is done. If you missed it, you missed it. It may still be worth reading the comic, but it won't be Homestuck. Okay, so apparently it's not as good as it was, or something.
Well, I can tell you
because
what
it was
is
constantly being made.
Listen, Jordan, let me tell you what is worth reading, okay? I can bring it up on the screen right now. This is something that will benefit you more than Homestuck ever will. It's marthastewart.com. You can look up food and cooking. They've got popular recipes here. 18 chicken soup and stew recipes that are bowls of comfort. You're going to need those now that you know about Homestuck. 15 essential recipes you can make using pantry staples. Bakery-worthy bread recipes. Pizza. Italian pasta recipes. Homemade ice cream. All this can benefit you in a way that Homestuck never will. So, don't worry about it, my man. Don't worry about it. It's all going to be okay. So long as you just read marthastewart.com.
Nah, I'm good, bro.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. What Longbones McGee said. Read the TF2 comics.
Read the
Yeah, read the TF2 comics. Actually, Dean was rereading them earlier
wait,
because
wait. He also stated that it's a webcomic. A bad one. Also, I guess I'm the only one who didn't know what the crap Homestuck was, because
Don't
everyone
worry.
else knew.
Don't worry. I don't know what it is either.
Don't worry
Alright,
about it,
cool.
Dylan. Don't worry about it. We
That's
already
why I'm
lost
not.
one
Why do you
man.
think I haven't said anything? I'm not worried about it.
Good, good.
All I'm saying is it just looked like a low quality webcom. It didn't seem like anything that bad.
Oh, how innocent he is. Okay. While moving on from world-ending calamities and the coronavirus, oh, actually, this next one also involves COVID. Okay.
Wait, hold on. What? 2 words, 1 phrase, rule 34. No. What?
Don't worry about it. Don't listen to Trey, especially when he's in our chat. Don't listen to Trey.
Oh, are you talking about Longbones McGee?
Oh, no. I would never talk about Longbones McGee, but Trey, don't listen to Trey.
Yeah, don't listen to Trey.
Trey's been on this
Yeah.
show enough times for me to be able to say, don't listen to Trey on air.
Don't listen to the tree.
Yeah, don't listen to tree.
The trees are telling lies.
Ugh.
Just like those lying robots.
Hey, now listen, don't go talking crap about the robots, okay?
No. The lying robots.
Yeah,
the ones that.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't trust their lies. Their
I've-
truths you can trust, not their lies, though.
I've got my eye on you.
Sure.
Only one.
Yeah, let's just say you have your eye on me. The thing is,
The
I don't
other
have
the other eye
camera
is a
on.
miniature robot, okay? He's very offended
Oh,
by this.
he lies, doesn't he?
How many fingers do I have up? Is all I gotta ask.
The answer is actually 2.5.
Is 4.
Close enough.
There's no way that we can tell if Andy was correct and Jordan was lying. How do we know Jordan's not the lying robot?
This is Schrodinger's problem, I think.
Totally.
Trey says, "Would I lie to you?"
No, that's not Trey. That's Longbones McGee.
Are you right? It's
Nice.
Longbones McGee.
I saith I can.
Ah.
This is
Hit
a
him with
fun
that.
show tonight. I do want to
Don't.
note this is technically the April Fool's Day episode if you're on the East Coast, because it is April 1st right now, 12:22 in the AM.
Aye.
So
What that means?
if you're an April Fool, raise your hand. You don't have to say you have it raised. I've got mine physically raised. Wait, no.
I have to raise.
If you have your hand raised, that means you're happy.
And you know
I'm
it.
happy.
April Fools, haha, you're all sad.
Oh.
Yay.
Hit me in the heart here tonight, Dylan.
Hey, I gotta build you up to let you down.
Okay, so as we go through the rest of our actual news we've got here tonight, that does not involve Homestuck. I swear, please don't let it come back ever again. Final Fantasy VII Remastered is shipping earlier in basically everywhere in the world except for Japan and North America right now. This is another instance where I'm going to want to open up display capture and bring up a tweet. This announcement came out a couple of days ago, but with just about every passing day, there's more and more retailers across the globe stocking it right now. Happen to have a note here. It says, the Final Fantasy VII Remake team have worked extremely hard to make this game, and we are incredibly proud of what you are about to play. Our biggest motivator during the development was that so many of you were willing us on, and we felt your enthusiasm and passion every step of the way. We had some hard decisions to make during the final few weeks before launch due to disruption due to distribution channels caused by the spread of the COVID-19 virus. These unique circumstances have made it very difficult to align timing of our global shipping. Our highest priority is that all of you, including those who live in countries currently facing the biggest disruption, can play the game at launch, so we made the decision to ship the game far earlier than usual to Europe and Australia. As a result, there is a greater chance that some of you in these regions will now get a copy of the game prior to the worldwide release date of April 10. For other Western regions, including the Americas, copies will be shipped this week, and we feel optimistic that most of you will receive the game for launch day. However, due to the challenging situation, we cannot provide delivery dates for each country and each retailer. And the second one is effectively a gigantic note I'm not going to read without drinking more water, but it basically says, don't spoil the game. Ugh. That's water.
I mean, if anyone played the original.
Well, that's the thing. We have someone down here in the replies. I'm not reading his name. That just says, "Don't spoil a 20-year-old game, guys." Here's the thing, though. It's like the way FF7 Remake works is that the first 4 hours of FF7 Original are being expanded into like a 20 to 30 hour long game.
Oh,
There is a lot of new stuff.
wow.
When the demo leaked and got data mined, a lot of new stuff from future installments and from this one ended up leaking out. And there's lots of new things. There should be things that could be actual spoilers for a remake of, yes, a 20-year-old game, but it's a new version with new stuff. I'm curious to see how it all turns out. But as for the whole, situation with shipping it earlier than, shipping it earlier than expected, I mean, I appreciate what they're doing here, and it makes perfect sense. There's some people who are just saying, why not just do it early across the entire globe, which, I mean, yeah, I kind of get that. I mean, once it's out, might as well, but the idea here is if your country is going to have issues getting everything shipped properly because of the disruption from this, then they're going to ship it early, and it would probably arrive to you around the same time that it usually would. If everything was going smoothly, that is. It's like, I get it. That's very interesting, honestly. I didn't really expect any game developer to do anything like this. I'm curious to see if we see any other situations like that as well. But I think we're going to see more delays than anything else. I mean, we're already seeing them pile up, what with, everything over the past few weeks. Also, I think that continues my streak of talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake on this show. I'm not going to go over every single episode, but I'm pretty sure at least once a week. If I don't mention it in the main show, we do like another show where we do things and we talk about like whatever, and I bring up FF7 Remake or Scott brings it up. One of the two of us, once a week, guaranteed. Ugh. One day this game's gonna release and I will be able to stop talking about it. One day. 10 days from now.
10 days.
It feels like a year. It might as well be.
Dude, this year has already felt like 4.
Oh yeah.
Every month has been a year.
No, every week has been for me. At least.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
On a side note, a game that I don't think we've ever talked about. Actually, what other games? Let's see. What was the other things that we had talked about?
We had a few things left on there.
Yeah. I'll wait till we get to a later discussion. I'll bring up my something I want to bring up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll wait till we get finished.
All right. We do actually have just 2 things left, and I'm going to let Dylan and Jordan handle most of this as they are the most experienced here. The next note that the Modern Warfare 2 remaster, which only contains the campaign, has no multiplayer whatsoever, has been finished for 2 years, but has been indefinitely delayed and on the back burner because Activision was looking for quote-unquote the right time to release it, which I guess is during a global pandemic. It's out on PS4 right now, and it's exclusive to that for a month. But, all the other platforms it's going to can already play Modern Warfare 2, the original, with multiplayer in one shape or form.
Yeah. I was gonna say, basically what you're getting is how much is it? $60 or is it 40?
It's I think it's 20. Maybe I'm wrong.
20? 20. So you're paying $20 for basically a mod pack to go on an older game to make it look better.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Effectively, depending on how good it looks and like for me, I mean, sure, I'd be down to play it again because I don't own my original copy anymore.
Yeah,
it's been
same.
quite a few years.
I agree with that.
So I guess I'll have to wait and see if it's worth getting. Modern Warfare 3 that had the didn't that have
2.
the
Modern Warfare
operation
2. Modern Warfare 2.
My bad 2 didn't that have the operations in it? What was it called? It was like the split screen co-op missions you can do.
No,
Didn't
that was 3. So
I
2
knew for a fact 3 had it, but I could have sworn
2
2 had them as well.
No, 2 had the only thing that 2 had special to it. So it
Was
had
it multiplayer?
multiplayer, and then it had after you beat the campaign, you had the secret
Yeah,
room that
yeah,
had
it
all
had
the enemies in the entire game, and you could push
it
the
had the
panic button,
museum.
and they would all come alive.
Yeah, I remember that. Maybe I'm
I,
just
I,
wrong.
I do want to say this real fast though. One of my all-time favorite moments of any Call of Duty game ever is Modern Warfare 2. Whenever this is gonna be a big spoiler, but this is an old game, so it doesn't matter. Um, whenever you killed the 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 guy, I can't think of his name. It's been so long. The guy who betrays you and some of that, and he's wearing a big suit, big bomber suit. What are they called? Anyways, the big anti-explosive suits that they wear when they defuse bombs and stuff like that. Anyways, when he's wearing one of those, if you kill him and you look at his crotch, it says "kiss this."
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, it's a big it's an Easter egg from a long time ago. I
Well,
remember
did you?
finding that and it was great. Yeah, I mean, no, I didn't kiss it. No, I shot it a couple times. But no, yeah, like that was a pretty cool little Easter egg in that game.
Hmm.
So.
And I did
And
check.
there was also teddy bears on that game too.
I want to say though, real quick. I did just check. It is $20 for MW2 Campaign Remastered.
Mm,
It
I
includes
mean, I wouldn't
bonuses
probably
for.
be against getting it. Like if it had it needs multiplayer. Almost every Call of Duty player in existence would agree that Modern Warfare 2 had some of the best multiplayer ever. It was just like it was the game to play for multiplayer. Like if you wanted a good multiplayer Call of Duty, that was what you played. If someone like 1v1 me Russ, you know, you both pull out a Magnum. like that was the days. But I don't know. I would probably not be against getting it because I mean you're still getting the campaign, and like Jordan said, I had that for my 360,
Mhm.
and I have my 360 still, but I don't have that game anymore. It's been so long. That case broke, like the game probably broke. I don't know where
Wait
that
one
game is
second.
at.
Okay. How well does this sound?
Let me turn you up, Jordan. A little situation happened. A Bitcoin assassin took out Jordan's internet. His mobility
Yeah.
scooter ran over his router.
Oh no.
Feels bad.
Oh god.
So
His mobility scooter.
this is what is this our third technical difficulty during the show? I think
Well,
this
it's because
is.
it's April Fools. It's because April Fools.
I'm the April Fool tonight. Ugh.
Feels bad.
But is it really the morning for you?
I mean, if we're gonna get technical.
I'm always technical.
Oh no.
April Fools.
But yeah, that's a night of technical doohickeys and things. And to think we were just gonna
Yeah.
start talking about like Doom Eternal, and Jordan's router decides to rip and tear itself.
Colton, cock and ball torture.
No, don't
Yeah,
read
that
his
thing-
messages a lot on the stream. That's how he wins.
Oh god! Oh god!
Don't look at him. No.
You know that
You're not
movie
allowed
Bird
to say
Box?
that.
How like everyone had to stay blindfolded and stuff. Like that's me with this chat.
Or
Like
just right click his name, go to inspect, and then just change his message to something else. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna
Oh.
name it to Happy Thoughts. Let's see. Right here. Alright,
While we're
here's
on the
his
subject
message.
of happy thoughts, does anyone have any happy thoughts right now as Jordan's internet catches fire?
Happy.
I don't know, man.
The smiley face. There we go. Colton's message has been changed to Happy Thoughts. With a smiley
Nice.
face.
Good.
Also, shout out to Trey in the chat asking, can we get a New Year's style countdown to April Fools? We did that on New Year's for New Year's, and we were here for 4 hours in total, and it was suffering. Complete and total hell. Would not do
Thank
again.
you, Andy.
So you're saying next year you're not going to do it?
Next year it was complete and total hell, so I'm doing it. New Year's Day, 2021. You're waking up with the Gamer Zone, baby. We are better
good.
than any silly little event in Times Square. Because listen, we got Kurt Cobain on our side. Do you see Kurt Cobain in Times Square?
To
Sometimes.
be
Don't
fair,
see him.
you don't really see him anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, well listen. If you look
in
on
your
the
heart.
stream right now, in the bottom
Feel it
left,
deep in your heart.
just look in the bottom left of the stream, and you'll see we got Kurt Cobain with us, and Master Chief, and all those other guys.
You have Master Chef where? There he is.
Yeah, he's right over there. Right over there.
One of my all-time favorite memes actually is a Master Chief one, and it's Master Chief, but his shirt says "Best Chef," and instead of a gun, he's holding a spatula that says "Chief" on it.
Why didn't you send this to me?
I'll try
Wait,
to
no,
find it real
that's
fast.
that's the picture that like Dean always uses.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Have you not seen it before?
You're lying to me. I've never seen this.
It's one of like his, like you say anything funny and then like, or like something like weird. That's just the picture he sends back, and then he sends a second one that's zoomed in further.
Oh, wait, no, that's a different one than what he's talking about. Anyways, we can
Are you
talk
sure?
about Master Chief meme analysis some other day, probably. Yeah. So, Jordan, you have any ETA on if you'll get your full internet back, or?
Probably not. This is the best we got.
Okay.
Well, let me,
And
let, me, let, me, let me throw this out there real fast. I'm sorry. Jordan, if you moved in with me, spare bedroom, you could have great internet quality.
Well, my internet's usually good. It's
I
just
know. I'm joking.
Dylan?
I need a new router. It's my router
Yes, Mink?
overheats.
Dylan is maybe this was his plan all along. I don't know.
Jordan already
I don't think he
knows
can
I
roll
want
it.
him to move in with me. I've been begging him for months.
Dylan, did you hire the Bitcoin assassin?
Dylan.
Maybe.
Is he gonna come after me with the insulin pen?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh yes, Jordan.
Oh no.
But actually, all he's gonna do is he's just gonna steal your inhaler, and then he's gonna fill your room with smoke.
And then he gets paid one whole Bitcoin, which
Actually, no, he's cheap. He's a half bit.
only half a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
That's a good rate for those guys nowadays.
I know, right? I know, right? And
Yeah.
I'm on Craigslist.
Isn't that like 5 cents?
No,
Bitcoins
no.
are worth a lot.
Yeah, no, that'd be like probably like $5,000 right now.
Bitcoin
Oh,
price.
really? Bitcoin's that
No.
much?
The one Bitcoin is worth $6,355 US.
Bitcoin to the moon.
So I
Seven-
paid him $3,177.50 to kill Jordan.
That's real specific.
Oh wait, no,
my
I
friend.
didn't say that. I'm sorry. No. He did it out of free will.
Are you saying the check is in the mail, Dylan?
The check is in the mail. I repeat, the
Okay.
check is in the mail.
So what am I supposed to do with this guy though?
Beat him up.
Oh no, he just fell and he broke his knees.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's pretty weak.
Just leave him there.
Did you break his Nico knees?
No, he did it himself. He just tripped.
He just tripped. Beautiful.
Yeah,
But,
he came after him with his insulin pen, and then he just kind of tripped over himself.
Could you ask him if he wants an anime girl to beat him up?
No, he crawled away already.
Oh, well, that's a shame. All right. Well, I think we got our last topic of the night here before we get ready to close up shop. One that was very heavy on Jordan and will still be, but now just with a little more crackling in his voice. We were going to talk about Doom Eternal and just a general discussion on arena shooters. I will stop chewing my words live on stream one of these days. The day is not that day.
no, you won't.
No, I won't. Why won't it end? But
Because
yeah,
pain
no,
and suffering.
Doom Eternal's been out for what? 2 weeks now, something like that.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
is today? Tuesday? In 2 weeks, 4 days?
something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, yeah. And Jordan and I, for a time, had pretty dueling thoughts on it. I think now it's safe to say that we have dueling thoughts on aspects of it. And a friend of mine put it best, Terminix, if you're out there, don't sue me, where he described it as a side grade, kind of, from 2016, where Doom 16 and Doom Eternal are... it's not... Eternal is a good game. It's good in different ways from 2016. It's also bad in a lot of completely different ways from 2016. And overall, I would say that after you get all the upgrades that the game throws at you, like, Eternal is weird in the sense that it is built around you having all these upgrades from the get-go, but you don't have them for a couple hours. And so those first couple
Yeah.
levels will go pretty rough. At the very least, they did for me. Especially when it more or less just kind of seemed like Super Mario Galaxy for a while there. I don't know, a little weird, little floating
I
upgradable
didn't
hub world
I
out in
didn't start having
space.
problems until the later levels, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. It's like, okay,
First levels I went through, no problems.
yeah, but it's like, okay, first couple levels, it's like, okay, this is pretty heavy on platforming. I've got a floating hub world in space that I have to restore by collecting stars or batteries. Um,
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
I think you could count the super shotgun as a princess to save. I mean, I
I
was
mean,
going through that. And it's
effectively,
like,
yeah.
okay, it's Mario Galaxy, little bloodier than usual, but but no, my thoughts on the game were very negative for a while as I adjusted to all the changes and like, again, the game is built around you having all of your arsenal. So as you start out and it's like all the different changes they made from 16 that seemingly make no sense until you have your arsenal, and the levels being built around things that you do not have, the combat being built around things you do not have, atrociously bad and an obnoxious platforming in a game that doesn't need it. And it's like,
I mean,
oh, I
just jump, bro. That's all you gotta do.
I'm getting owned live on stream again, folks.
Yeah, no, like I like the platforming. I I didn't like it at first, but like as I started getting into it, I really enjoyed how it was because once
I'm
you get
not gonna
used to it and
lie.
all that, it can be really good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
'Cause I really
lie.
like that, like how
Okay.
much airtime you can stay up and all that.
Yeah, like, okay, I think of it this way. Um, I'm not sure if I got used to it or if they just got better at designing it as they went along, and I'm thinking it's the latter. Because after they take the training wheels off and these puzzles, jumping puzzles, start to make complete and total sense, it does actually feel really good. Um, but those first couple hours there are rough. It wasn't until I cleared the cultist base. Like halfway through the cultist base, I was like, yeah, this is starting to feel pretty good. Um, and then after that, it's like from there on out, it was all good. And I was having a good
Yeah.
time. But
See, like
you got to stick it through, though. And if you're somebody like me, you got to stick it through. And you've got a good game waiting for you. You just have a rough couple of hours, which is the opposite of how 16 went. Where, like, Doom 2016, just like, I don't know, from the very get go, if you exclude the 5 seconds you're using the pistol at the start, then 2016 starts out by putting its best foot forward. And I do even
yeah,
think that, like, even with Eternal's level design at its best, 16 is still probably better on a level design standpoint. I
I
think
don't know.
I think the combat throughout Eternal is way better, even
I
if
love the flowability of the game.
Yeah.
flow of the
See, like
game.
I like the level design better in Eternal personally, but
Yeah, that's what I mean by that. Like the flowability. I haven't played the game, but I've watched a couple streamers play it, and I feel like the flow of Eternal is it's super nice in my opinion. Like
Oh yeah,
you just go. Like you don't have to ever stop moving, and it's so like the flow of the maps are super nice.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I'm a stickler for
have you
secrets.
beaten it yet?
I'm
No, there's a
I'm
lot of
getting
secrets,
close.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
there's a
they're not hidden
lot.
well.
How many Slayer gates have you done?
Slayer gates? Okay. Those are ones that I found but was planning to go back and do because I'm a baby. Uh,
How many keys have you found?
1. Okay.
One.
Okay,
Okay.
but here's the thing, though. Go back to 2016, and like 2016 had levels that were like miniaturized Metroid Prime, if you wanted to 100% them. And it's just like
Again, Eternal kind of
I
does the
don't
same thing,
feel that
except
in
for you can go
Eternal.
back to all the maps.
I don't
I
feel that in
do.
Eternal at all.
All I'm saying, dude, is you're like complaining about things that are actually in the game.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
How many rabbits have you found? Daisies.
I
Yeah,
mean, I've seen the
I mean,
portrait.
But how many
uh,
have you seen in game?
every map. No, I think a lot of maps, Daisy's in,
Hmm.
and you can just find it chilling.
Yep.
Huh. That's neat. I noticed that
Yeah.
the artwork you can find in the game of Doom Guy holding Daisy, his pet rabbit, that was actually
Yeah, it's in
fan
the
art for
zone.
2016. And
Mhm.
I think they contracted the guy to get his work into the game, and he is just ecstatic.
Pretty cool, actually.
Another fun thing is every now and again in an area you'll find a texture from the original Doom.
Huh. That's
So,
interesting. One of the
but
things
yeah,
that I will say
there's a
though, like,
lot of secrets and stuff in the game that you have to like go out of your way to find.
it still doesn't feel as well generally. Like, okay, like 2016, there's levels where like every single thing is extremely well hidden, and I was hoping for that. I don't know. I am a level
That's
design junkie.
that very much is a thing that's there.
I don't know, Jordan. This is where you and I are gonna have to agree to disagree.
I mean, I just remember going through 2016 and just thinking about how easy it was finding all the secret stuff in that one, and then especially since like a lot of it shows up on the map, and then like in Doom Eternal, there's a lot of stuff I had a hard
Here,
time finding.
let me make it easy for both of y'all. Everybody's playstyle when they play games is completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Some people search maps up, bottom, left, right, side, down, right corner, every single bit you can think of. And some people rush through and they just have a natural keen to finding things really fast, or they don't have to search that much.
Well,
And that
listen,
could be
listen.
the difference.
Let me just put down my
You're
big
right.
book of level design. That's it. That's the big book of level design right there. It's actually a collection of Marco's pizza coupons, but don't let that get in the way of the fact that I'm objectively right all the time and have never been wrong in my entire life.
I like to believe that like Andy somewhat agrees with me, but he just standing by his opinion at this point.
I
I
don't know.
mean,
Like, okay, I think of Eternal this way, where it's like for everything that I like, there's something I dislike from the transition from 16 to Eternal. And it's like it's a good game. Like I said, don't get me wrong, you got to weather some rough starting out hours, but it's a good game. But
I'm just telling you right
they
now
are
that
good in entirely different ways. And I don't know. I played a bit of 16 earlier since I got it on PC since it's like only $6. It's on places like Fanatical now. And I've wanted to finally play that game the way I should now that I know I can run it. And like it's immersive kind of. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. In very much a Portal 1 sense. It's just this just expertly crafted and it's like okay, on one hand, Eternal has level variety. You've got stuff like castles that look like they should belong in Quake and things like that. And I loved that about Eternal. Doom 2016 does not have level variety, yet there's also a lot I love about the way the levels look and feel. And it's like I don't have to like say something's bad because I criticize it. I criticize things I love.
so that's kind of where I have to oppose you there, because like one of the main problems I had with Doom 2016 is like after you get to a certain point, the level designs just kind of get repetitive to me personally. I just
Hmm.
uh,
Hmm.
but
Nah.
it's just
Well,
kind of how opposing opinions can happen, I suppose.
hmm. Well, anyways, now Jordan and I are legally obligated to go to Dylan's address now that he's sent me it, and then duel to the death in his backyard from 6 feet apart because we have to practice proper social distancing. I'm going
don't
to
worry.
recommend throwing knives.
No. Don't worry. I have guns.
Oh! Oh, yeah!
The question is, how often have you shot a gun, Andy?
Let's not worry about that.
Hey, Jordan, I'll let you get. I'll let Andy have the pick. I have a shotgun and I have a 22.
Uh,
No, I'm bringing my own. Don't worry.
oh,
Oh, you bring it. Okay, Jordan.
okay.
I'm gonna bring a like an old timey revolver, and I'm going
Jordan
to
just brings a musket.
No, I'm just going to like do this like actual old west.
Okay, okay.
No,
I'm still going with the throwing knives. Uh, thing
Got razor
is,
blades you can throw at each other.
ooh, yeah, I'll take those.
Some
I'll take those.
hammers. I got some hammers.
wait. What if like I just shot the knife out of his?
Okay, maybe you could. Hmm. I
Only
think
get one
I
bullet.
think the only solution to all of this, Jordan, is that we in fact do not kill each other. Because I think that might be a bad idea.
I don't know, man. That sounds pretty weak.
I feel like y'all should settle this in a game of 100% orange juice.
Hey, there's our segue out of the show, my friend. Oh no, but no, we're gonna be playing 100% orange juice after the show, not on stream because I don't know. It's my voice is starting to dry up, starting to get tired,
mean,
starting to think like
you
I
should
should get
you should
should
drink
get
some water.
hydrated, should drink some water.
Exactly.
I'm drinking water right now, man.
You should have 8
High
cups of water a
key,
day.
I have
I'm not gonna be able to join because no internet.
yeah.
Oof.
It feels bad. I
That
need to get a
also
new
means
router.
we couldn't play Don't Starve together.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
Plus the fact I gotta wake up in 6 hours to go to work.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
true.
It might be a good idea to let Jordan go to bed.
So
Well,
yeah, that's all.
12:51. I think we've been live for an hour 51 minutes. We got through our topics. I think we can go through some quick closing segments and then call it there.
One thing I did want to bring up is I wanted to get some people's thoughts on Cyberpunk. Uh, that game.
2077.
From
Yeah.
2077. I am withholding my judgment until I see more and review copies go out.
Okay.
It's
Fair
been
enough.
such an up and down. What with like, it looks good. People who played it said the gunplay's bad. It's like, okay, it's one thing, one other thing. It's like, how about I just wait until it's done and finished and the copies are out there and I can talk about it. I'm interested though.
Fair enough. Yeah. See, like I thought it seemed pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just gonna have to wait and see.
Hmm.
The only thing I'm requesting is for it not to be a bullet sponge game.
We'll see. That's another thing we'll see. I can't remember if that was one of the complaints about the combat or not.
So yeah, that's like a lot of games do that for some reason where it's just like, ah yes, bullet sponge combat.
I think
That's
something I'm
fun,
very
right?
happy about Doom. Actually, I want to go back to Doom real fast. I'm sorry, but Doom, the base enemy stays the same amount of health the entire game. They don't get stronger. They introduce new enemies, and those enemies have like every enemy has the same amount of health. Like it doesn't matter how far you are in the game, health doesn't increase.
Hmm.
It's like your damage doesn't really increase. Like it's like you get different guns that do different amount of damage.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And I actually really enjoy stuff like that.
Yeah, because it's a constant game instead of like a game that
Progressive,
scales.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
it's constant up until it's Super Mario time. Let's go platforming through hell, boys.
Dude, look,
Oh.
some of the have you beaten the game yet?
No, he
I
hasn't.
already said, Jordan, that like I like the later on platforming, but I don't know, like the early hours does not feel well designed at all.
All I'm gonna say is I enjoyed the entire game, and in that last level, there's a certain part that it's like, yeah, you know everything we introduced you early on. Yeah, let's just throw it all at you at one time, and you're like, oh no.
Okay, I have not gotten to that yet. I am.
Yeah, and then the final boss is pretty crazy as well. Like
I've seen bits of the final boss though. I am not concerned about the story in a game that I
yeah, like
actively dislike the story of. So
for the most part, wait, you don't like the story of the
no,
game?
not at all.
Oh,
The cutscenes are really
I
bad.
only one thing I can say to that.
Oh, he left the call.
Ooh.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been an interesting night. One of us will eventually become declared as the April Fool, but joke's on you. You were the fool the whole time. You listened to us on a podcast where I talked about a lot of things and asked people questions like, would you let an anime girl beat you up? So, the joke's on you, man. Joke's on you. As always, wonderful shout out to the crew we've had tonight, even if I disagree with many of them on video games. Shout out to Ming. Shout out to
Thanks.
Dylan. Shout out to Jordan, wherever he may be. If anyone has
On the
any...
way to Dylan's house.
Oh yeah,
You're on your way to my house?
we're all on the way to
We're all
Dylan's
on the-
house. Yeah,
Oh
I'm gonna pay
man.
you a visit, dude.
yeah. We're all gonna visit Dylan's house.
All
right now.
right. I guess I'll roll out the sleeping bag. Y'all can sleep in my bed.
You better have that Cajun cooking ready, okay?
If you come to my house, Andy, I will make you jambalaya, homemade.
Oh, okay. Now that's enough to make me actually travel once the restrictions are lifted. So
Like homemade jambalaya, plus I'll even make homemade seasoning.
okay. Homemade jambalaya was good, but homemade seasoning, okay. Guess I am allocating money for an Alabama trip right now. All right, well, everyone, I hope you all have a good night. Ming, any final words? Wait, no, not like final words, but say good night.
Any
Good night.
last words?
Good night. Sleep well.
Yeah. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was, in fact, the Gamer Zone. Hope you all have a good one. 3, 2, 1. Good night.